Hello, Virgo. It is time for your month ahead reading for September. We're going to start off with an oracle card to see what kind of energy or theme you're working with here in the month of September. And you have Into Me I See. So, what immediately comes to my head with this is you're gaining some insights about your motivation, about what makes you tick, discovering something new about yourself. It could be that something happened recently, something fairly major, some change in your life that is causing you to think of something a different way or maybe change your plans because of how you feel about it. But you're learning more about yourself. You're discovering maybe what your boundaries are, what your non-negotiables are. And that's influencing how you see yourself. Maybe even growing confidence in your ability to understand on an emotional level, to have empathy, or even just to trust your intuition in this case. This is really beneficial for you. And kind of it feels life changing for you in some way because these is causing you to take actions or do things that maybe in the past you would have hesitated to do. But now you're feeling like you're not hesitating anymore. You're going for it. That's the vibe I'm feeling here. So now let's see what your tarot cards are. And we're using the transparent tarot because my guides insisted. And it's different for me. So let's see what we have here. We're starting off, we have the Five of Swords, the King of Swords, the Four of Pentacles, the Death card from the Major Arcana, and this looks like Temperance. No, Justice. This is the Justice card from the Major Arcana. So yeah, definitely transformative energy, something that is changing the way you view things or what your actions might be because you're feeling more confident about how things are going. And ultimately, it's kind of setting things right or it's resetting the bar. Your expectations are going up because your self-esteem is going up, if that makes sense. And you're not going to put up with people who are trying to gaslight you and things like that. It's like your eyes are being opened and you're like, that's it. This is my life is about me and what makes me happy. So I'm going to make decisions that I feel are right, regardless of what anybody else says. A sense of independence for you, Virgo. Now let's get into the cards. We're starting off here with the Five of Swords. This could indicate an argument or some sort of conflict of interest. And you need to be careful that you're not just trying to win at all costs. You still need to try to fully understand the situation. You need to ask questions, and you may have to compromise on a couple of things, but not in a way that you expected. It's going to turn out more positive for you as long as you communicate, as long as you talk it through, as long as you stick with it and listen to all sides. Because if you just try to shut down the argument, you're going to be missing some key pieces of information and setting yourself up for failure. And you don't want to do that. Trust your intuition here. There's something you don't know. There's some information that's missing, and you kind of know that. You feel that. You sense that. Ask about it. Ask the questions. Ask for an opinion. Ask for more details. Don't, what is it? Don't cut off your nose to spite your face. That's the kind of energy I'm feeling there. And then we have the Knight of Swords, or no, I'm sorry, the King of Swords. So this is somebody who is a leader. This is somebody who is very knowledgeable. They have a lot of information. They're going to be all about the facts and the figures. There's not going to be an emotional argument, and emotional arguments are not going to sway this person. Again, they're just, well, what's actually going on? What are the facts? What do we actually know? They don't want to listen to conjecture. They don't want to listen to rumors. They want to know what's actually going on, or at least what we know up to this point. And that's what they'll make their decisions on. They don't make decisions based on logic. And this kind of feels maybe a little bit like an arbitrator or a lawyer or something like that, that may lead to this justice card or something to do with this justice card anyway. This is an advisor, somebody you seek out, an authority figure that you can go to for advice, maybe around contracts, maybe around planning. doing something that involves communication or paperwork or contracts in some way. Could also be an accounting person. I'm feeling more of the legal side of things. So this may be somebody you're working with and you need to stay in contact with. And if you have questions, if questions get raised out of this, maybe this is the argument that needs to be arbitrated. And you can use them to really get full understanding or to get their opinion on it, on what exactly the law says. What about these nuances, those nuances? What happens if, and so on, etc. This is the authority figure. This is the person who can help you with that. So make sure you are reaching out to an expert. Make sure you're reaching out to somebody who knows the laws, who knows the regulations for their advice. And that's how you can just confirm that the additional information this person was trying to tell you, if that's fact or not. So don't just dismiss whatever this is out of hand. Confirm it with someone else that you do trust more, maybe. Get back up is another way to look at it. And then we have the Four of Pentacles. Now, this is where you want maybe feeling like you need to protect yourself, protect your resources, protect your home, do something protective at work. This could be all about making sure you are reading all of the fine print before you sign anything. You want to thoroughly understand what you're committing to. And it's a self-protective thing. It's something to make sure that you have a solid understanding of what's going on. Because fours are also foundational energies. It's about stability. And you don't want to make a move unless you know exactly what's going to happen and the order it's going to happen in. So this is important for you to do. You want to get comfortable with what's going on. You want to make sure you thoroughly understand it. And you don't want to sign or agree to anything until you're feeling confident about it. I'm feeling a little bit with this into me, I see too. You also need to trust yourself here. So if you're having doubts about your understanding, just go back and ask. This person's open to you asking and getting clarity. But just know that you do have the ability, you do have the understanding, you have the intelligence. You're able to grasp these complex terms and agreements here. Also trust your intuition because you can feel, you can sense what's going on and you can sense when it's right or not. So trust yourself here too. Let's try to feel in to see if there's anything else there. I think we're done at that one. And then we have card 13 from the Major Arcana. This is the Death card. This is birth and death and rebirth, transformation. So whatever this is, whatever it is you're working on, agreeing to, planning, this is something that is going to change or shift your life in some way. This could have to do with starting a business or maybe taking a job at another company or going back to school for something. But it's very focused and it's going to take you to a different area or it's going to allow you to have a promotion or level up in some way. So it's indicating growth, something that's going to ultimately benefit you, but it is a change and that can take adjustment. And that may be why you're feeling a little protective here because you're comfortable where you're at, but you're not fully satisfied where you're at. So you need this change. You need something, and you're coming more into yourself and knowing what you want and understanding better what it is you want out of your future and where you want to focus your energy. And that's helping drive this transformation, this change for you. Yep, that feels right for that. And then we have the Justice card, card number 8. This can be about karma. This is righting wrongs. This is bringing things back into balance. And that might be what this whole thing is about, because now you're recognizing in the past that being overlooked for promotions or things like that because you're so reliable and you're great at what you do. But maybe you're not very assertive in your work, or there's something that other people are not seeing in you because they're still stuck on who you were 10, 20 years ago. But you're changing, you're evolving, you're not that person anymore. And that may mean that you need to move to a different company or a different position or a different neighborhood too. But you're going to need to make a significant enough change that it's going to be obvious that they can't deal with you or treat you in the same way that they used to. They are need to understand. They will understand that you understand and know what's going on. And you will talk to them about, you will express that. And you will ask questions more often. It's just the scales are getting balanced. And it felt like in the past all the advantage was on the other side, and now it's not. That's not exactly what's happening. That advantage is starting to tilt a little bit and even out. So everybody's on an even playing ground. Everybody has all of the information. There's no more withholding information. That I okay. They can't withhold information from you anymore. They can't hide things from you anymore. You know what's going on. You're trusting your own intuition here to help you understand what's going on or to know when to ask questions and get clarity, even if you have to go around them or go to an outside source to understand it. You're standing firm in your ground and in your beliefs, and you're coming from a place of knowledge that you did not have in the past, but now you do. Okay. And now let's see what we have on the back of the deck for you. I need to. I think it goes this way. We have the Ace of Swords. Aces are beginnings, new starts, fresh things, which makes sense after all this transformation here and this evolution that you're going through, which may be more tied around how you think about things, the things that you believe. It has to do with your communication. Maybe you're finding your voice. Maybe in the past you've kept quiet and you haven't wanted to rock the boat, but you're finding your voice and you're getting inspiration and you have some fresh new ideas on what it is you want to do, what you want to pursue, how you want to go about things. So this is going to be changing up your life, and this may be also about doing research and learning all about it, which makes sense, and it falls back in line with this here, with this with the Five of Swords and the King of Swords here. Learning, evolving, growing. And there may be one particular moment that sticks out more than the rest for you. Now let's do the film strip version that this creator recommends. I'll be fighting my Virgo rising tendencies for perfection here because I will not get everything lined up. And I just need to accept that. It can't and won't be perfect, and that is okay. We will see what we need to see. Okay, so the kind of film strip version where we can see where we're coming from, this negative kind of space, this self-doubt and things like that, the beliefs that we need to change. And somebody may be pushing you, maybe getting, rubbing you wrong. But what they're saying has value and it's intended to help you. They're trying to spur you on. They're trying to help you understand what's going on. And you need to listen. There is a need to accept some of what they say, or at least write it down and not just dismiss it out of hand, and then seek advice from an expert, from somebody who truly understands it in depth, who knows exactly what's going on or what should be going on, and who can give you advice and help you come up with a plan. And then we have the four, or sorry, is this the three or the Four of Pentacles? This thing where maybe the part of the plan involves conserving your resources in some way, building up your savings or something to hold back. Maybe it even has to do with the knowledge that you're gaining. You're holding that back a little bit and waiting to see how things play out before you reveal your cards. So there is that sense again of reserve in some way. And I think it is in part that you don't want to show your hand before it's time. So you're kind of lying in wait a little bit and letting things play out before you let them know you know what's going on. And then it feels like there's a pause here because we have a break between those two things. So there may be a few days here where things kind of settle, you let things play out, and then you act, and you act swiftly. And I'm picturing that scythe, whatever this is called, where it swiftly cutting through the BS. And you're coming forward and say, so I know that this is what you're trying to tell me is going on, but this is what I know. These are the facts. This is how it actually works. And this is the plan we need to stick to. You can't go around these rules. You can't go around these laws or regulations. These things need to be handled. This needs to be done before anything else can be done. You're asserting yourself and you're setting the rules and the boundaries or things like that. You're letting them know that you know what's going on and you know what you're talking about. And there's no questioning that because you have this newfound confidence in yourself and you know what you know. And you're not playing that game anymore. You're not going to let them walk over you, push through you, go around you. You've covered all the bases. And then we have the justice card. And I think because you have all of that, it forces them to act more honorably. It forces them to right the wrongs, to balance things out so that everybody benefits ultimately. This could even be a work situation, or maybe we have been focused on work. I can't remember. But it's something where maybe some people have been trying to get away with some things. Maybe some people have been putting responsibility on others. And this may be you saying, that's not my responsibility. It is very clearly laid out in my contract and in these emails that where I recapped meetings that we had and I did send to you. So it's timestamped. So you knew that these things were going on and that I objected and said I could not do that. It is not my responsibility to take care of those things. That seems very specific. So hopefully that is very meaningful to at least one of you out there. But this is change and you're not putting up with the BS anymore and you're taking charge. Or at least you're asserting yourself and refusing to take responsibility for the mistakes of others. And you have the proof to back it up. Okay, Virgo, that is what I have for you for September. Please hit that like button and please hit subscribe to help me grow my channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you later.